This is George Pearson for Behind the Gloves. I'm delighted to be joined by Aaron Chalmers ahead of his boxing debut in Liverpool this Friday. It's great to meet you first off. How are we doing?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad. I'm excited. I feel like it's been a long time coming. I've been down with Adam Booth in that gym for 22 months now. I've had a few little setbacks, but I feel like it's my time. It's ready. I'm ready to go out there and put on a performance.
Obviously, you've been in front of the cameras before with your past. Obviously, the boxing world is very intense. Are you used to? Are you going to be ready for the endless amount of interviews you're going to have to do in the next few years?
Do you know what it is? Like you say, I'm quite used to it. Like this is the easy part of the interview, so it's something I just take. It just goes hand in hand with what I've done in the past. But yeah, obviously, if I'm doing loads of interviews, then I must be doing something right.
Just before we jump in the boxing side of it all, I have to ask, as a fan, obviously Geordie Shore was me and my mates used to love it growing up. Obviously, a lot of friends are very jealous. I'm here with you now. But I just want to ask, is there sort of like a group chat, or do you all keep in touch, or is it sort of like that's a bit in the past now, maybe?
Funny enough, we just filmed a 10-year reunion a few weeks ago, so it's like the final closure of the whole show. So yeah, I still keep in touch with most of them, and yeah, it was good to see them on the 10-year reunion.
When can we expect that out?
I'm going to guess winter time. We're a couple of months, not too long to wait.
Sounds good. Just last one before we jump into the boxing this week. Obviously, did you see the Box Park KO from Julius Francis? Just what are your thoughts on that?
I think the man was asking for it. If you're going to be jumping around trying to attack people, then you've got to expect to get knocked out. So that's what happened, and fair play. Obviously, the man went to attack him, and look what happened.
Have you ever gone viral for anything?
Not that I know of.
Well, maybe you'll go viral with a big knockout.
I think I went for one of the knockouts in MMA, went viral, and I knocked the kid out. So hopefully we'll have one of them again on Friday night.
Yeah, that's one thing. Boxing, if you get a big KO in boxing, it goes viral. You can become, everyone knows your name very quickly after that. But yeah, this is a big week for you, isn't it? I mean, it's from what I gather, this has been a long time coming, and I'm sure you're just chomping at the bit to get in there now.
Exactly what you've just said. Like I've had setbacks and stuff, and at one point I thought it was never going to happen, but I've put in the hard work, and yeah, we're here now, and it's literally days away. We've just got to make the weight tomorrow, which it'll be easy, and then the fun part on Friday night is getting to fight in front of the Liverpool fans.
We're having someone like Adam Booth around, especially on a week like this. Obviously, there's going to be some nerves there. Does he help to just manage everything and manage all the issues and anything that comes up this week?
Well, Adam's my manager, do you know what I mean? Adam's the manager, and he's the coach, the head coach in the gym and stuff. So it's nice to just be around everyone that I've been around for the last 22 months. So yeah, I mean, I'm dealing with the nerves all right. Obviously, they'll probably start creeping in a bit tomorrow with the weigh-in and stuff. But yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, just talk to me a bit about your boxing journey then, because obviously you went into the MMA and had about 7 pro fights, was it? Yeah. But obviously now you've turned over to the sweet science. Was it always the plan to come over to boxing?
Do you know what it is? The plan with the MMA is I thought I would go further than I did, but I stopped enjoying it. So it was kind of a half-assed effort. So I always look back, like when the lockdown hit, I look back and I was like, I kind of messed up an opportunity which some people would love to have. So it was something that was always playing on my mind. So obviously I'm not getting any younger. So I thought, right, I'm going to give it one last crack. And the way the boxing world's going with the YouTubers and all that kind of stuff, it was very interesting to me. So I mean, I'm in a cracking gym, and yeah, it wasn't a plan to go boxing, but we're here now, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Obviously, just talk to me a bit about Adam Booth, because he is obviously a very well-renowned trainer, been with so many big names, and obviously he's took a shine to you, and you've been in there for 22 months. You say you must have a very good relationship, firstly, and also you must be learning so much as well.
Like you say, it's one of them gyms you can't just walk in off the street and be like, I'm going to be a boxer here. Obviously, I was put on to him through Josh Kelly, so Josh broke the ice for us, and I think Adam maybe thought that I was going to be someone maybe different from TV. Like he might have had this thought that I was going to be this person, but when he met us, obviously, I was just a down-to-earth person, and to be fair, I get on really, really well with Adam. I've got a really good relationship, and that's why he's given us the chance to box under him. So hopefully Friday night I'll not let him down, and I'll put on a good performance.
How much of a learning process has it been? Because I've seen certain things where you said you worked on the jab for a very long time. Obviously the fundamentals are so important. I mean, how hard have you had to work on those things?
Honestly, the first 6 months, right, it was literally jabbing. I was jabbing because my elbow kept flaring. It's just like, nah, jab, and I was like, this is never going to happen. But you know what it is, I knew it was my last chance to learn. If I wasn't doing this, it was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to TV. So I just stuck it out. When I reckon 99% of people would have just gave up, thought they're not going to fight, and I just stuck it out, and I started sparring, and everything started to come together eventually, and then yeah, I mean, I'm around world class fighters and coaches, do you know what I mean? So the only thing I can do on a daily basis is learn, and that's exactly what I've been doing.
Are you a big boxing fan? Do you watch a lot of boxing? Obviously,
yeah.
Do you always, if it's a big fight on a Saturday, will you sit down and watch them?
Will I be watching the fight?
No, if it's a fight on a Saturday night or a big card, will you always be sitting down?
Yeah, I've always got the boxing on. It's funnily enough, my missus wasn't a big boxing fan, but now we're literally a Saturday night. If I'm not down south, is get some food and sit and watch the boxing.
Any favourite fighters you've got?
Obviously, I love Canelo. I just think he does everything so well. But there's so many tremendous fighters out there. Even like Mick Conlan, Josh Kelly, Harlem. Like, I'm fortunate to watch these boys on a daily basis, do you know what I mean? So I just try and take little bits. I watch them and think, right, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. So I'm in a very fortunate position for someone that's not had an amateur or pro fight. I'm a very, very lucky man.
Definitely, and some great names there, obviously. You're joining the game, obviously, at 35 years old. No spring chicken, but obviously you've got a very much spring in your step, of course. Obviously, you're going to have to move quickly if you do have any plans in the sport. But obviously, a lot of people are just going to be wondering, what you're hoping to achieve, because obviously we can't tell, we don't know if someone comes from a reality, from the reality side. We just want to understand where you want to be in a couple of years' time, potentially.
So I've got a 2-year plan. So I've got about 2 years in the game from obviously this Friday. So we're going to have to move quickly. I would like about 5-6 fights by the end of the year. And then I'm not going to shy away and say I would like to get the fights as in like your crossovers, your Tommy Furies, your Jake Pauls. I'm going to chase them because these are the fights that's going to set me and my family up for life. So, but before they come up, I need to be putting people away in good fashion to get them to get recognised. So we've got a big year ahead, and then hopefully 2023 will be set up for them kind of fights.
I was going to ask because obviously I was going to say, have you ever been approached for any? Because you did the MMA, obviously, and there's the celebrity MMA as well, and obviously there's been people fighting that. Obviously you were at the higher level, of course, but have you ever been offered anything in the past in terms of anything like those type of fights?
Before, listen to this.
That's a yes.
So before I met up with Adam, I had signed to fight Tommy Fury, but I was like 90-something kilo. I had been drinking heavily in the lockdown. This was in the lockdown. This was like 2 years ago. So I got offered to fight him, and me being me, I was like, yeah, it all sounds well and good. And then I sat back and I was just like, I was thinking, this is not in my favour whatsoever. Obviously, Tommy's a young kid. I think he was 21 at the time. And I met Adam, and I told Adam, and Adam was just like, you're not fighting Tommy Fury for your first fight. So I was like, right, okay then. So that got scrapped. But hopefully that'll come about in the future again.
Was that before the jab got learnt?
That was before I could jab. That was before I could jab, put it that way, yeah.
I mean, wow. Just thinking of crossroads, sort of other worlds where you maybe did fight Tommy Fury 2 years ago. That's very interesting.
It would have been a bad move on my behalf, I reckon, because even now, 2 years in, it would be a tough fight. So 2 years ago, it would have just been a one-way ticket for him. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I was out of shape. I was drinking heavily, and I just took the fight on me being like, yeah, I'll just have a fight. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, once I got in a boxing gym and realised that you can't just have a fight in a boxing gym, you'll just get picked apart. I thought, fucking thank God I didn't.
I mean, knowing what you know now about the sport and what you knew then, what would you tell yourself from then? What would you shout at yourself?
Do you know what it is? I would just be like, don't fucking do it. Because obviously I was looking at MMA where you can literally go in and have a scrap, same as boxing, but the boxing's not. It's so, you can just get timed and fucking, like, I would have got hurt. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe he's not hurt, but he would have beat us. Do you know what I mean? It would have just been, the boxing career would have been over before it had even begun. So I'm kind of glad that Adam knows what he's doing. He just said nah. And like I say, hopefully that fight will come up in the next 12 to 18 months.
Will you be one of those who will like a call out in the future when you do, obviously, say you a big KO, the adrenaline, the crowd? I mean, will you be someone who loves that type of thing?
I'm not trying to call anyone out. Listen, I feel like the only way you don't get them fights by being quiet. and I know that. I know that making your mouth go on social media, obviously in a respectful way, can get them fights, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. But we need to get them big KOs first before I start doing that.
Hope you all found on Friday night. But I just want to quickly ask about Newcastle and the boxing scene there. Obviously, Savannah Marshall, Lauren Price, Troy Williamson, Cyrus Patterson, the McCormick brothers, Lewis Ritson, and that's barely scratching the surface of the fighters coming through. It's just a great time to be a boxer from the North East, isn't it?
100%. I mean, there's so much talent up there. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be nice to hopefully get some shows back up in Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? And showcase that talent. Like you say, there's Savannah Marshall, Troy's a strong opponent. Do you know what I mean? I watched him. I watched his last fight. But yeah, it's always good. North East boxing's booming. I think the whole of England, UK boxing is booming. So it's a good time to be a part of it. And I'm just going to enjoy the journey.
Round it off for us. Friday night, your debut. Talk us how it goes. What's the dream? What's the dream scenario for Friday night?
The dream scenario is to come out, look like the well-rounded boxer that I've been training for, and just take my time, pick the shots. And I think if I don't rush, the knockout will come.
Yeah, that's all I've got. I just want to say lastly, just to maybe manage. Obviously it's your first fight. Just go out and enjoy it, man. And I'm sure you've got a lot of fans watching you and waiting for you. And obviously I'm excited to see you out there as well. So thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
And good luck on Friday.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video.